Yo, what's going on, guys? So today in this video, I'm going to be talking about Bronson Reed versus Roman Reigns at Crown Jewel, and this is my thoughts on it. This match sucked. This match literally was like, it was so like boring. Like, what happened in this match that was so like that was anything mind-boggling? What was anything that came close to just being like, oh my god, I can't believe that happened? Like, none of that happened in this match. You couldn't have given that reaction because nothing happened that was so special. Like, this match was literally just Roman Reigns doing his finishers, telling the crowd, acknowledge me. Bronson Reed, just moving slow as hell, doing his usual tsunamis, and that's it. That's all this match was. And it sucked. The match sucked. And then to make it worse, you have Roman Reigns lose? Really? You have Roman Reigns lose the match? Like, this is what we're doing to Roman Reigns now? We're just treating him like a jobber. We're just making him seem like he's just useless and he means nothing now. Like, that's all they've done ever since they took the title off him. He's done absolutely nothing meaningful. Like, Roman Reigns just comes back, gets beat up, wins a match or loses a match, then gets beat up and then leaves for a couple months, and then rinse and repeat. It's just the same thing. It's just a constant cycle of just coming back, doing a filler match, and then getting beat up and then leaving for months, and then, it's just the same cycle, bro. Like, Roman Reigns does nothing when he returns. That's why I don't even care when he returns anymore. Because he does nothing special. He's just doing these filler matches and cutting these filler promos that mean nothing. He's just boring now. He lost that, that edginess to him, that aura, like people like to say. He lost that. He doesn't have any grit. He has nothing anymore. So yeah, it's just like having him lose the match to Bronson Reed. Like, what the fuck? What did Bronson Reed do to earn a victory over Roman Reigns? What has he done? Because he's with, Seth Rollins' Vision Group. Like, all of a sudden that means he could just win over Roman Reigns? What the like, that makes no damn sense. Why? What the hell was the point of having him win? Like, it's just so stupid. And it's like they're clearly trying to like build up Roman Reigns. I mean, not Roman. Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker as these like new stars, but like, you're not actually building them up though. Like, just because you have them beat Roman Reigns doesn't mean shit. Like, because at the end of the day, they're still a bunch of lackey jobbers. That's all they are. So at the end of the day, having them beat Roman Reigns doesn't give them a fucking push. You're not actually doing anything with them, Triple H, and you're not going to. Like, people were talking about, oh, this faction, they're gonna break up soon, and it was just to put Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker over. Like, are you serious? How, like, okay, if that's the case, then how much over have they gotten since they joined this group? Because they're just as popular as they were out the group as they were in this group. They're not popular at all. They have no charisma. They have no character, and barely anyone cheers for Bronson Reed or Braun Breaker. It's just the same shit. Like, they barely get. They don't. Bronson Reed for sure doesn't get no reaction. And besides, when he maybe, like, some people might cheer when he does a tsunami, but that's it. And Braun Breaker, they don't even cheer this guy. He gets like a decent amount of barks in the crowd, but that's it. This guy, it's just the same thing with him and Bronson Reed. They get no reaction, or barely any reaction from the crowd, and they have no charisma. So how exactly are they being put over? You would think Triple H, if that was really his plan, was to put them over, then you would think that Triple H would realize, hey, they're not over just yet with the crowd or with the fans in general. So maybe it wasn't a good idea for me to put them in this group. Maybe I should just, maybe I shouldn't have made this group to begin with. You would think that would be the case, right? But no, he's still continuing this faction, and and now they're doing these teases with Paul Heyman, trying to like tease like a betrayal and a breakup of the Vision. It's just like, bro, whether or not this faction is short term or long term, either way, it's a waste of time and it's meaningless. Because if it's short, well, guess what? We just spent only a couple months with this group just so we can break it off immediately, and basically making this whole faction meaningless because nothing happened, and it broke off within a couple months. And if this faction goes on long term, well, guess what? It still means nothing, because that means we ended up breaking this faction like what, a year later or 2 years later. We break the faction up, um, and we do all this continuation of the faction for a year or two, just so they could break up anyways a year or two later. We pretty much start the faction, and then what, a year or two later, a betrayal happens, and the faction breaks up. um and within that year or two span, nothing happens still. This faction is meaningless either way, whether it's short term or long term. So this faction means absolutely nothing. It sucks. And having Bronson Reed, of all people, being this lackey jobber, beat Roman Reigns, what the fuck, man? Roman Reigns deserves better. And he's talking about he doesn't want to see the Usos till Christmas because they costed him the match pretty much. Like, what the fuck is this? They costed him the match, and now he's saying he's not going to see them until Christmas. So we're probably not going to see Roman till fucking December. Like, what the like, bro? Like, this is so stupid. Um, Roman Reigns, like I said, this guy just takes so many breaks and vacations. It's like I just don't get it. And sure, maybe Roman Reigns is actually gonna like not. He's still gonna show up for War Games or whatever. But to do what? He's not. He doesn't want to see Roman or Jay Uso. I mean Jay or Jimmy right now, unless they retcon it and be like, oh yeah, Roman, he forgives Jay and Jimmy or whatever for costing him the match. That's the only angle they could do to set up War Games. Other than that, what are they gonna do? If I doubt he's gonna be in War Games if they don't do those things. Like, if they don't take the angle of like him forgiving the Usos. Um, and even if they are together again for War Games, what are they gonna do? They're gonna fight the Vision again? They've been fighting for months now. Yeah, like the Vision and the Usos and Roman, like, and LA Knight, like, they've all been fighting them for months. We've already seen um Roman versus Bronson Reed have fucking like 3 times now. We saw it in a tag team match, and then we saw it one on one at Clash in Paris, and then now we're getting it again at Crown Jewel. We got it again. Like, it's the same shit. It's just repetitive filler. There's no storyline. It's just like, bro, this match sucked and the storyline sucked. There was no storyline. This match is filler. It's repetitive filler. So yeah, that's how I feel about this Crown Jewel match with Bronson Reed and Bronson Reed and Roman Reigns. This match sucked, man. This and Crown Jewel overall sucked. Some people talk about the John Cena and AJ Styles match. I enjoyed that match for sure. That match was really good. Set the bar very high. Like, well, yeah, like, as far as like for good matches, and because, like, bro, like, that match was really well executed, really good moves. Um, the only thing that sucked though was the fact that there was no storylines. And AJ Styles was talking about on Monday Night Raw. He said, we don't need a storyline. What do you mean? Like, you see how Triple H, he tries to defend himself with these. He tries to defend himself from online criticism by having his characters like pretty much speak for him through storyline. He, like, it's just like, I mean, he did this too whenever like Solo was like talking about Sami Zayn, his whole like underdog gimmick, how tiring it is. and how repetitive it is, and then pretty much Triple H has Sammy saying like, oh, this isn't underdog Sammy, this is main event Sammy. Like Triple H, he has a fragile ego. He can't handle criticism, so he writes these storylines with the characters to pretty much respond to the online criticism of him through these characters in storyline. It's just so stupid, man. It is so dumb, and it's just like Triple H. He just like he does nothing special with anything he's doing. Um, like people are talking about how he's improving. He's improved on SmackDown and on freaking Raw since WrestlePalooza. No, he hasn't. He hasn't. He's not. There's no creative storylines, and there's repetitive storylines. There's meaningless storylines, and there's matches and that have no storyline at all. We're still getting repetitive filler matches too, and what's it called? We're like we're still getting the same shit on Monday Night Raw and SmackDown. Nothing has changed. Um, so people saying that he's improving, like I mean, I just I can't agree with that. I can't because it's just like Triple H. He just sucks as a writer, and yeah, Crown Jewel overall sucked. The only thing I really enjoyed was like the whole AJ Styles versus John match, but that's really it. Everything else fucking sucked. Everything was trash. Whole bunch of boring and repetitive filler. It was either repetitive filler or just simply, boring fillers. Like it's just either way. It's just all meaningless matches, bro. And like because it's not like we got a fucking title defense from anybody that was a championship on that match. That was a champion on that match. So it's not like fucking Tiffany and Stephanie Valkyrie and Cody and Seth. It's not like any of them defended their championships. So yeah, it's like this Crown Jewel. It fucking sucked. It was meaningless. It was boring. Everything sucked. Um. So yeah, that's just how I feel personally about Crown Jewel as a whole. I'm not even gonna make separate videos about everything else that happened in Crown Jewel because I just really don't give a shit. I really don't care. Um, like to even just talk about all the other things like in full detail that happened on Crown Jewel, all the other matches. I don't want to make separate videos for those because I just don't want to talk about this anymore. This fucking Crown Jewel sucked, and that's really it. That's all I have to say at this point. Um, Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Like, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.